Yes. So I got some good suggestions from the candidates with respect to what can be discussed as part of the interview discussion. I was very happy to look at the topics that have been suggested. So today also we will try to discuss some 5 to 6 topics as part of our discussion. First, I will raise the question. Okay, you people try to answer the question. Then after your answers, we will conduct some discussion, more points we will try to analyze, and then we will have a perspective with respect to what could be a good answer to put across to the board is something that we will do at the end. Okay, so the very first question is with respect to what is going to be the effect of artificial intelligence on the employment opportunities of people. Is India ready currently for a major breakthrough in RI? Are we prepared to handle the consequences of artificial intelligence is something that we need to discuss. So let's break it down into 2 parts. The first part is what kind of impact do you anticipate artificial intelligence to have on the employment opportunities of people? So I'll repeat myself. What kind of impact would artificial intelligence have on the employment opportunities of people in India? Is my first question. Anyone wants to attempt? Take your time. It's not a problem. If anyone wants to answer, you can raise your hand. Okay, NS. Yes, please go ahead. You have to unmute and then speak, NS.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
The artificial intelligence impact on India. First, it will rise the unemployment issue. Definitely, it will increase the unemployment ratio in India. In the case of how India is ready to implement the artificial intelligence, we don't have sufficient digital infrastructure, and the digital divide will be the major reason, so that the implementation of artificial intelligence in India will create biggest hurdle, and the education and literacy ratio will be the one of the hurdle implementing the artificial intelligence. And in case of research and implementation, in case of IT analysis, we don't have that much efficient manpower to implement the artificial intelligence in India.
Okay, so digital divide is there, illiteracy is there. We don't have the necessary technical manpower, is what you are trying to say, and definitely
Lack
it is
of
going to have
digital infrastructure is also there.
Yes, so it will definitely have an impact on the employment opportunities of people. Is something that you are trying to say. So, Karmi, your chance to
So
speak.
these are the
Yes, NS.
So these are the negative impact, but we have some positive impact as well. Like the artificial intelligence will hasten of your implementation of the digitalization. Now the in case of globalization and digitalization, we can connect to the all the nations by implementation of the artificial intelligence, and by giving the machine to human intelligence, it will definitely reduce the work hour, and it will efficiently and quickly done the work in manufacturing sector or in IT sector as well.
Okay, see, NS, let's first focus on the challenges that are there. Opportunities we will discuss separately because it would become too big a topic. So first is, will artificial intelligence have an adverse impact on employment? That is the first part. Are we ready to tackle the negative consequences of artificial intelligence? Are the two questions that we will pick up. Okay, Ines?
Okay.
I'll give you a
Okay.
chance again. Okay, Karmi?
Okay.
So, thank you, sir. Artificial intelligence is a double-edged sword.
Good.
So, an emerging country like India, handling artificial intelligence is so much important because it is early to predict that how can artificial intelligence impact Indian economy. But in current scenario, artificial intelligence poses various threats like deep fakes and circulation of various doctored video or mob video. So artificial intelligence can impact India in social sphere, in political sphere, and economic sphere. So it poses threat to political stability of India. At the same time, it poses a challenge to the social way of life of India.
Social
So
fabric will be threatened. Okay.
yes, sir.
Mm.
And economic sphere, integrating AI in economy by various digital method can also poses various threat like cyber attack and others.
Unemployment is the main issue, right?
Yes,
Economy, mein? Yes. Okay,
because
Karmi.
AI
So,
is
yes, you
sorry,
have
sir.
done a good job. So what you did is you said that it is a double-edged sword, and definitely there are going to be some negative consequences, both in political, social, and economic sphere. Political sphere may primarily because of the threat of deep fakes and doctored videos, it can threaten the stability of the country. Then the second sphere you are talking about is social fabric ke liye bhi it is a challenging thing, and economic sphere you are talking about unemployment. Fine, Dr. Gaurav, you can put across your opinion.
Thank you, sir. The impact of artificial intelligence on employment opportunities is certainly going to be disruptive, but what kind of disruption happens? That's the moot question. Certainly, the job market we are going to lose the semi-skilled and low-skilled jobs.
Very good.
But this is a part of fourth industrial revolution. We have missed 3 buses of industrial revolution previously, but it's an opportunity for us to get into this fourth industrial revolution through artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, cloud computing, and various other technology like virtual reality, artificial reality. So it can be exporter of services and employment to whole world if we get into proper human resource skilling, and we should develop new research, develop our technology to that extent.
Good. So Dr. Gaurav is putting across a very distinct point of view, which actually should be our opinion in things like interview. The primary reason why I appreciate Dr. Gaurav's opinion is that whenever we look at artificial intelligence and unemployment, people tend to think that artificial intelligence only destroys jobs. But at the same time, it also creates more jobs too. The primary responsibility of India today should be to create facilitative circumstances in which people can get upskilled, and through upskilling, they should be able to be the change makers in artificial intelligence rather than the people who, in fact, face the consequences of artificial intelligence. There is a good way of looking at things. It is a very positive way and a confident way too. So definitely there are going to be unemployment, but at the same time there is going to be new opportunities which we should be at the forefront of taking. As we have missed the buses of 3 industrial revolutions, maybe this revolution should be in fact taken over by India, and we should in fact look for opportunities in this. Good, Gaurav Patra. Tanmay, please go ahead.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
So, my take on artificial intelligence on employment opportunities in India would be, sir, we are basically an agrarian economy, and we are not even like China, who is depending upon manufacturing, primarily on manufacturing for its burgeoning economy. So we are a more labor-centric economy, sir. So my take would be that for time being, artificial intelligence will eat up the jobs in agriculture sector particularly. So gradually, we can say that for achieving the 5 trillion economy target, on the other side of the coin, if we take that to achieve the 5 trillion economy target, it is a
Right.
boon actually.
Boon. Okay.
Yes. So I said on the other side of the coin. So that will be my take, sir.
Okay. So it has both positive and negative impacts. One is
We are not yet prepared. We are not yet prepared, and like already discussed that we are illiterate in digital infrastructure. We don't have, sir, illiterate in the sense the internet
there is
penetration
digital
is
divide. Yes, there is
digital
digital
divide,
divide. Digital illiteracy is also there.
digital illiteracy, I would say.
Yes.
And the internet penetration, the infrastructure has not been developed to some according to some statistic of Ministry of Statistics, that we are only about 55% in the internet penetration in the country. So,
Okay.
so that will
Good.
be my take, sir.
Tanmay, I understand your point. So you're talking about two scenarios. Fine, Tanmay. Any other person who wants to speak up on this particular issue? You can raise your hand. I'll unmute the call and then we can continue the discussion. Anyone else wants to speak on the said issue? See, if no one else wants to speak, I'll give my concluding remark on the issue. So when it comes to these kind of questions with respect to artificial intelligence and its impact on employment and stuff, we should actually classify the answer into some segments. Like there would be some short-term immediate impacts. Second is some medium-term impacts would be there, and third is the long-term impacts that would be there. So 3 segments में हम लोग इनको divide कर सकते थे, और उसमें okay short term में first and foremost artificial intelligence will have a impact on the skilled labor of India, sir. Many people think that artificial intelligence will come and labor intensive sectors are going to get disrupted, but rather than that, okay, skill oriented sectors are at the receiving end of artificial intelligence. You observe it, whichever new technology in artificial intelligence develops, the main casualties of artificial intelligence development are in software field, sir. So in short term, we are looking at skilled unemployment. Okay, skilled unemployment pe hum log definitely we are looking at skilled unemployment. Then in the medium term, if the plan of artificial intelligence mixing it with robotics and fourth industrial revolution, if it comes into picture, then at that point of time, the semi-skilled and unskilled jobs are at threat. That is going to be the medium term impact. Then in the long term, we have both opportunity and a threat. And the long term opportunity is if we prepare in order to be the change makers in artificial intelligence, then automatically in long term, India would be at the forefront of the fourth industrial revolution and it is going to reap the benefit. But if we are at the receiving end of artificial intelligence, then definitely there are going to be threats to the political stability of India, the social fabric of India might be threatened, and there will also be long term impact may economic consequences of unemployment also we should be forced to tackle, or we will be forced to tackle. That is the reason why it is better for us to invest in artificial intelligence. This is the right time. We have the opportunity in order to reap the long term benefit would be a better answer, sir, according to me. Anyone who wants to counter this answer or provide any alternative view on the said issue, please feel free. It would be better to divide it in short, medium, and long term. NS, please.
Sir, can you please explain the long-term reap benefit again?
Long-term reaping benefit is what? If we invest in artificial intelligence right now, like digital infrastructure creation, then skilling, upskilling, reskilling, in सब पे हम लोग अभी invest किया तो then artificial intelligence is going to provide us opportunities. If
That
we
means
don't,
we should focus more on human resource by
yes,
scaling.
yes. If we focus on skilling, because once artificial intelligence comes into full-fledged implementation of artificial intelligence in long run, then we should not face the consequences. Means we have to invest in artificial intelligence right now.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. So anyone else wants to speak here on this particular subject matter? Okay. So if not for any other answer here, my next question, next dimension also I'll put across. What opportunities does artificial intelligence provide us? Very quick discussion we will have on this. What kind of opportunities we are looking at through artificial intelligence? In which areas we can see immediate adoption and quick results, quick outcomes we can see by adopting artificial intelligence is the next question. Dr. Gaurav, please.
Sir, I have read one document of Niti Aayog's vision document about artificial intelligence for all, AI for all, in 2047. There
Okay.
they divided the India's readiness for artificial intelligence into 4 sectors: agriculture, education and healthcare, tourism, and software allied sectors. In agriculture, they mentioned about means how to
Dr.
predict the
Gaurav,
climate
your
pattern,
voice is breaking.
means market linking of the products.
Your
Hello.
voice is breaking. Your voice is breaking. Can you repeat agriculture? What is the second sector, sir?
Now it's audible.
Now it's audible. What is the second sector you were talking about? What are the fourth?
Is agriculture. Another is social sector. Second sector is social sector in health and education.
Okay.
Third is hospitality, tourism, and the sectors I mentioned. And third is service sector,
Okay.
which is software mainly that talked about the MNCs and service sector mainly, high-end MNCs.
Okay.
In
Fine.
agriculture, they talked about the climate, how to predict weather pattern, climate, and market linkage of farmers. And education, giving means digital education to the rural people, and also accessing healthcare to all, and through internet connectivity and means virtual reality, augmented reality. In tourism sector, they also have some plan, but I can't recollect the same.
Okay.
In service sector, they are trying to develop with the PPP mode with Infosys and TCS probably in their document I have read.
Okay. So definitely your answer, it captures some important opportunities for agriculture, education, health, and service sector too. But because we are answering the question in a setting of a civil services interview, it would be better for us to say that artificial intelligence also is going to significantly transform the governance system of India in the coming future. Particularly with the collaboration of the private sector, governance, okay, collection of data, then along with the collection of data, delivery of services, then along with that predictive analysis in a governance system, all of these things we can better by artificial intelligence. Then along with that, even things like disaster management also can improve with the help of artificial intelligence, because it can give better models of predicting weather. That is one agriculture, one for disaster management also it has an application in. So education sector maybe, okay, so as you have pointed out, VR and AR, virtual reality and augmented reality, they will be providing very brilliant opportunities going ahead. Then the last first sector, that is agriculture, particularly in establishing the market linkages for farmers. Then along with that, demand supply, or what we can say is we can say that market linkages for farmers, then price prediction. In these kind of things also there can be better opportunities in future in agriculture. Good answer, Dr. Gaurav. Anyone else wants to speak on this, sir?
May I speak, sir?
Yes, please, Karmi.
Thank you. Sir, in today's scenario, AI has a lot more benefit, sir, in various sectors, but most importantly, it address grievance redressal mechanism, then automation, and an innovative problem solving, sir. For example, automation in various company and factories are nowadays popular, and grievance redressal mechanism of various websites, and most importantly, government is also using AI chatbot in grievance redressal
Very
mechanism
good.
and
Very good, Karmi.
in taking feedback, sir. And AI has a lot more prominence in innovative problem solving. We can use AI for uh, problem solving in the field of medicine field, and apart from that, solving complex calculation. So AI has lot more prominence in current scenarios, sir. Thank
Definitely.
you.
Good, Karmi. Grievance redressal, then problem solving may, particularly in research also, it is going to, in fact, boost up research by having some predictive analysis and problem solving approaches. You can say that. That is a good answer. Tanmay?
Sir, I want to add traffic management in artificial intelligence. And
Definitely.
apart from that, it is more superior to the better than a supercomputer that have been developed recently using artificial intelligence, the calculation speeds and all. And in the automobile sector, sir, they are using companies like BMW and Toyota have developed.
Anti-collision.
Hello.
Is it anti-collision that you are talking about, Tanmay?
Yes, sir. Anti-collision technologies. BMW and Toyota, they have recently created a niche category of artificial intelligence in their R&D. So that I want to add.
Definitely. Good, Tanmay. But see, be a little mindful. See, whenever we are discussing, we are trying to open up the topic in order to get more dimensions. But finally, in interview, you can tell maximum of 3 or 4 of these dimensions. Don't extend your answer beyond a point. Try to provide some classifications and get done with the question. Okay. Now, Bijayini Sahu. Do you want to speak, Sahu? Bijayini?
Hello, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Sir, I want to add 2 more points that AI can be used in mining, exploration, and production for industrial uses. And second point is to address manual scavenging, we can use artificial intelligence.
Okay, manual scavenging के लिए robotics, artificial
Yes,
intelligence with robotics. Okay,
yes,
maybe yes, that is also decent enough. Yes. Please feel free. Please speak. Yes.
Yes, artificial intelligence can be used in the policing, like in catching the criminal or in the human
Yes. There is a
trafficking
lot of
matters.
disturbance from your side. Can you be at a more silent place and speak? Yes. Is it possible for you?
Is it audible, sir?
Now it's audible. Please go ahead.
Okay, then artificial intelligence can be used in the policing, that we can use it for the catching the criminals, or also tracking the human traffickers, or also tracking the drugs. And it also used in the examination aspects that happening throughout the country. It will detect the problem in the exam malpractice and report to catch the criminals.
Okay, so you're talking about policing, artificial intelligence in policing. That can be definitely the case. Yes, even now there is a lot of disturbance. Can you mute your call? I'll give you an opportunity. Sonu, please.
Sir, artificial intelligence will help in scientific research and development like bioinformatics, where we can use big data to make convenience for scientists, and it will help for India's scientific growth and development in the world.
Okay. अंडरस्टूड सोनू. रिसर्च पर्पस बायोटेक्नोलॉजी बायोकेमिस्ट्री ये सब फील्ड्स में R&D में बहुत ज्यादा काम आता है. ओके, गुड गुड सोनू. पार्थ सारथी.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, AI can be used for auto clearance of checks in banking. And recently,
Financial
the news was
sector.
there that yes, sir. And recently, there was an tractor which was fitted with some type of robot and AI, which used to find the unnecessary weed and it used to only burn the weeds and not the plants.
Okay, good good. Parth
And
Sarthi.
And another, sir, it is also being used by multiple plastic surgeons and cosmetical use also. So to know the texture of the skin and pigmentation by in that way, sir.
Yes. Okay. So finally, based on the things that we have discussed, artificial intelligence definitely has numerous opportunities. We can classify them into some 3-4 categories that would be better for us. See, one is governance and policy making is the first category that we can put it across, wherein we can provide a range of applications ranging from grievance redressal to policing to better service delivery, okay, to data collection. In all these aspects, we can use it first. Then the second thing that we can talk about is we can say that artificial intelligence has a great capability to, in fact, fast track the research and development projects. Knowledge of humans is going to improve, and in R&D field ranging from bioinformatics to bioinformatics to statistics and finance, in multiple fields artificial intelligence is going to make many breakthroughs. That is the second one. Then the third field that we can talk about where artificial intelligence has a major application is with respect to, so you can talk about either agriculture or disaster management or any one of the traditional fields of India. You can choose and you can put across your points. That would be a good answer, sir. So we had a thoroughgoing discussion on the said topic. So we'll move to the next topic of renaming the Ravenshaw College. There was a proposal made by the Central Minister, Dharmendra Pradhan. So should we go ahead and rename the institute or should we stick to the old name is one thing that can be expected to be a question in an interview. So someone wants to speak on this issue. Should we retain the name or should we change the name?
Sir, my perspective is
Sonu, please go ahead and speak. Partha Sarthi, I'll give it.
Sir, my perspective is to make a new university and give new name instead of instead of changing old name.
Okay, so if they want to rename, but okay, fine, Sonu, your point is understood. But how do we put it across without pinching, without making it look like we are completely against the renaming? Because it is a proposal of a central minister. We as civil servants, we should be considerate and at the same time we should express our opinion. So we will try it. Okay, Sonu, I got, yes, you want to say something?
Sir, if we will rename one university, again some new government will come and again they will make their priorities and they like that they will change their depend upon their thinking.
Yes, Sonu. Understood, Sonu. Partha Sarthi? Partha.
Yes, sir. Sir, we should most the old name. It has a long legacy, sir. It's more than 100 years of history. 156 years of history, sir. And changing without changing the name, we can also introduce new scholarship schemes or new department by renaming that. We can do that, but it's changing Ravenshaw University. It will be creating a what do you say?
would be creating an unnecessary controversy. Understood, Partha.
Unnecessary
Now I'll give a chance. Yes. Yes. Young Monk can speak. Amreshkar, I'll give everyone a chance. Young Monk. Young Monk, if they want to speak, they can go ahead, or otherwise.
Hello,
yes.
hello.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, now you're audible.
I am not with the view only change of name. Along with change of name, we need to work on creating an internationally recognized institution. So in case of Ravenshaw, the present government in both the state and central government, they're trying to move away with the colonial legacy. So T. Ravenshaw, who was the then commissioner of Odisha, was known for both the good things and bad things. He's being blamed for the Nanka Durbhikya, and he did very well in the education sector, particularly women education and the education in the coastal area. So keeping in the mind that I am also an alumni of Ravenshaw, so if I suddenly will change the name of university, then the alumni will feel alienated from the old institution. So at the same time, the efforts of T. Ravenshaw is getting recognized, but at the same time, our Raja of Maharaja, Raja of Mayurvanch, Raja of Kanika, those who have contributed financially, their recognition are not given, due recognition not given. So it's time, like we can take example of Banaras Hindu University getting into IIT, BHU, or Indian School of Mining getting into IIT, ISM institution. So if the government trying to change the name, they can do it in such a way, keeping our freedom fighter name in front and in bracket Ravenshaw, then the university. So at the same time, they need to do some more funding and make it central university status, so that our university get international recognition.
Okay. We can consider a renaming, but at the same time, the old name also should be retained. We can reformulate the name, and colonial legacy we can get done with. Then at the same time, there should be more investments in the university, is what Ing Monk is trying to say. Now, this person, Amreshkar.
Yes, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, Amresh.
Sir, I respect the Union Minister's statement on changing the name of Ravenshaw College, and because he has because of his role in Nanka Durvikya. But sir, in my personal opinion, what I believe that if we are changing the name of this institution, we should bring fresh approach to this institution by providing more funds or making it a central university, which should be more beneficial for reviving its lost glory, which it earlier had.
Okay. So what you're saying is we can go ahead with name change, but there should be more investments and there should be a facelift of the institute. Okay, Amresh, I'll get back to you. Partha, I'll give a chance to you later. Dr. Gaurav?
Yes, sir. Can I speak now?
Yes, please.
So regarding the changing of name, I want to say that there is, from historical perspective, T. Ravenshaw has taken initiative, but funding was done mainly by our local kings. But T. Ravenshaw is often associated with the darkest period of, and one of the darkest period of Odisha history is Nanka Durvikya. There we have lost more than 10 lakh of Odia people. But we should not judge the past personalities based on the present scale. There is definitely we want to get over the colonial legacy, but before renaming, we must consult all the stakeholders like alumni, teachers, and moreover the general public, rather than doing by a stroke of pen with changing of name.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So what you're saying is multi-stakeholder approach should be there. More people should be consulted. The people who are associated with the institute, who will be affected by the change of the name. So maybe it is a time to get done with the colonial legacy, but at the same time, it should be a consultative process, is what Dr. Gaurav is saying. Arpita?
May I speak, sir?
Yes, please.
Sir, I want that the Ravenshaw University name should be changed because it's not the first time India is changing over names. Chennai also before Madras has been changed. Other names also changed, like Allahabad changed it to Progress. And in Odisha also Kalahandi University changed the name to Ma Manikeshwari Manikeshwari University. And sir, because he has penetrated education to a larger scale, that doesn't mean that his bad doings or wrongdoings will be eliminated from the history. And that time also great famine happened 1866, and that time also more paddy has been exported to Britain also. And
Yes.
along with that, sir, education they have spread, and that merely to support their administration, and they didn't give us the administrative roles mainly. They have given us clerical roles to support their administration basically. So it is for the larger good. We should now stop. We should cover. We should stop
Rethink.
the colonial legacy and will change the name. So it is not a new thing. So I think it should change. But what about the sentiments of the students, pass out students? They should be more aware about our history and the funding that Ravenshaw University has been done, or Odisha Maharajas and kings also. They should be more aware about the history, and I think they will understand and they will also agree with the process. But along with that, infrastructure and other things should be taken care. There should be more funding. There should be complications and challenges because of files and other records that should be taken care properly. And larger good, we should change the name because we are already processing that all pan Indian, so it will not a great problem to changing the name because sir, again also I want to add another point, the AL University issue in America. They will
Yes.
also they will also formally the statement apologize to other apologize to other students and others locality community members because their leaders are also the trader of the slave. So like
Founder.
that only we
Founder.
can change the
Yes. The founder of the university was a slave trader, and the money that he has used for setting up the university is also from slave trade. That is the reason why they have apologized to the communities. Point noted, Arpita. Your point is noted. So, someone else wants to speak on the said issue. There is a very, very high possibility
May I
question, sir.
speak, sir?
Karmi, please.
Thank you, sir. Politicization of changing name is a very unfortunate issue because in recent years we have witnessed many such events. There are people who are opposing it and there are people who are supporting it. So in this scenario also it is a very sensitive matter because India, and not only India but Odisha also has a long horrific past of colonial rule. Many people had sacrificed their life for the sake of the country and state. And apart from them, there were very cruel administrator at the time. At that time, so for their mismanagement or their negligence, our nation and state has suffered a lot. So, uh, shedding out colonial legacy it's a very good thing and very good initiative, but setting it in a quick way by changing names over the night or changing names quickly is impacting lives of those who have a very emotional attachment with such institution. Not only it is a matter of a institution or educational institution, there are also various instances in our own national capital territory region. So it should be in a gradual manner by involving all those stakeholders, all those are involving with such institutions, and it should be in a more gradual way. So there are no sudden attacks or sudden attacks on
Changes.
colonial institution, but it should be in a more gradual way, sir.
Okay, so it should
Thank
not
you.
be a knee-jerk reaction, multi-stakeholder, and colonial legacy should be shedded, is what Karmi is saying. Anyone else wants to speak on the issue?
May I, sir?
Yes, please. Who is it? Yes, please.
Sir, yes. As we know that the Ravenshaw issue is surrounded around the Sir T.H. Ravenshaw, as many of are accusing him the responsible for the November Durbiksha. But in the George Campbell Commission report, he had not directly named the T.H. Ravenshaw as the main culprit. He accused the Bengal governor as the main culprit. So after that, the famine, he had lot of contributed in the education sector for the Odisha. But at the same time, as we are in progressing towards the self-reliant India and in the era of the refraining from the shedding the colonial mindset. So Ravenshaw legacy is not only for the establishment by the T.H. Ravenshaw, its legacy is due to its alumni like Madhusudan Das and Gopavandhu Das and Manoj Das. So by changing its name to any of its alumni, it will not only boost their legacy forward, but also not demean the legacy of the T.H. Ravenshaw, who had contributed a lot for the education sector of India.
So your opinion is yes. Should we go ahead with changing the name, or should we retain the name?
Yes, sir. We should changing the name as well as also the holistic development of the education sector in the Ravenshaw, like infrastructure development as well as the funding for the upgradation of the university in the world-class university.
Yes, fine. Absolutely fine. Your answer is fine. Anyone else wants to speak? I think Partha wants to say something. Partha, please be quick with respect to your answer. Partha Sarathi, you raised your hand.
Yes, sir. Sir, Ravenshaw University introduced another campus too. It's called as Ravenshaw Kathajodi campus. If they were willing, so much willing to change the name, and they can change that name, sir. Ravenshaw campus 2 can be introduced. Ravenshaw can be name can be changed. It can be given Central University tag, and if that happens, they can bypass the Ravenshaw legacy also.
Okay, see, fine, Partha, but all said and done. Okay, so listening to your arguments, counter arguments for retention, change, see a more grounded approach and a more appreciated approach to this particular question of name change is first and foremost. Okay, the university, it has been named after a British administrator who is associated with some accusations are there for mismanagement of the famine in Odisha, causing huge casualties. But at the same time, the university over a period of time, it has got its own unique identity of its own, which has some emotional value to the alumni of the institute and various stakeholders who are involved in the institute. So there are two important ideas which are at conflict here. One is, should we shed the colonial legacy? Or two is, should we respect the unique identity of the institution which has developed over a period of time? So this is the core controversy here. So when it comes to the answer for this question, see, globally, it's not just about India. Globally, there is a movement for decolonization. Decolonization is what? Decolonization of the colonial hangover or the colonial legacy also is being changed in many countries of the world. So renaming of the college should not be a should not be a difficult choice for us. We can rename the college, there is no problem about it, but at the same time we should think about the stakeholders. We should communicate the renaming of the college to or we should consult the stakeholders. We should communicate the rechange or changing of the name to the other universities also across the world, primarily because the brand value of the institute, if suddenly the name of the institute changes, then sometimes the students who studied in the university, they might face some challenges outside. So these kind of problems would be there. So if all these problems are tackled well, so then what we can do is we can go ahead with changing the name. Then we can have a multi-stakeholder discussion with respect to what can be the new name. And at the same time, there should be more investments in the educational institutions. That would be a better answer, sir. It would be better for you to support the change of name, sir. There is no doubt about it, because this is not a divisive issue. The name is a British man issue, British man name. See, let's suppose the name is of some Muslim ruler, then it would lead to social conflicts within Indian society. But this is not the case. Here the scenario is what very clearly he is a British man. It is a non-divisive issue and it is associated with colonial change of name, but at the same time taking into confidence all the stakeholders, not in a quick or knee-jerk fashion. We should not change the name. Can be an opinion. This is my opinion. You can stand with it or you can oppose it, but have some very good points for your stand. Is it fine?
Sir,
Yes, Partha.
sir, there are also universities where Tata is also investing money. It's like Jamshedji Tata Science Center in foreign countries. They will start also changing the name. Then where will the Indian legacy or Indian of that feeling? It will be lost, na, sir?
So what you are saying is, so in foreign countries
They will
also
start
it's the
changing
same.
their Indian.
Yes.
There are multiple Indian centers like Ambedkar Center for Economics, Jamshedji Tata for Science and Research. They will start changing the name. Then there is no solution, sir.
Yes. So what you're saying is foreign countries maybe they also will target the institutes or centers of learning. So rather than making it like a direct attack on the name, we can name some libraries, some centers in the university after Ravenshaw because he had some contribution, positive contribution too. But overall, we can go ahead with changing the name. Is my opinion. So whatever you are saying is right. But at the same time, there was never any action on Indian institutions in foreign countries when we changed the names of so many cities, so many European names we have removed. Okay, in fact, for example, the Rashtrapati Bhavan's name was originally Viceroy's Palace, but we changed the name to Rashtrapati Bhavan after independence. So this way we have been changing the names. So it's not going to be a problem, sir. That is my opinion. So anyone else wants to speak on the said issue? Anyone else wants to put across their opinion? Please go ahead. Anyone wants to say anything? Okay. Good then. Okay, so definitely this was a good discussion, but it is a very controversial topic. So, but overall, it would be better to stand with the suggestion of the central government. It's not blindly following it, but there are many rational arguments for it. That is the reason why we can think of changing the name. Yes.
Sir, can I say something?
Please, please.
Sir, in today's scenario, right now, government is focusing on decolonizing the names. Like the Indian Navy flag has changed, the symbol of the flag has changed, and the IPC also changed into VNS. And these are initiative didn't face any such great issues or any protest. But when it comes to Revensa, it's just a proposal, but before changing the name, the government should form a committee with more research based or with the faculties or more research led people of the Revensa. And as you said, the multi-stakeholder approach should be there. But in my point of view, rather than focusing on changing the name, the focus should be on the functioning of the institution. Rather, we should more focus on the infrastructure and the quality of the education, and we should raise the university as per the global standard, like in the international list of university, like we are always lagging. We should raise the standard of the Ravenshaw University as per that level.
Yes. So what you are saying is maybe it should not be a priority to change the name. There are many more priorities which should be addressed.
Yes,
why rake up this is the NSS point.
But the sentimental issues and the people of the Odisha are very much emotionally attached to the name of the university. So the changing the name of the university should be there always should be taken input of the people of the Odisha, whether they want to change their name or not. But the government, the education minister focus should be on the raising the standard of the university or the quality.
Yes. So good. Okay. Why are we prioritizing changing names? By changing the name, are we going to significantly improve the university is the question that has raised. Definitely, okay, so the priorities should always be quality of education, quality of research, how to improve the university's ranking in international standards. But at the same time, we can start an open-ended discussion on the issue. Okay, we should not chastise the central minister for just proposing the idea of changing the name. That is also not right. But at the same time, okay, where we should put our focus on, where we should prioritize, that also should be considered. And at the same time, let us have an open-ended discussion. Let more stakeholders put across their views. Okay, then based on the discussion and based on the opinion of people, let us go ahead. If need be, colonial legacy, if we want to shed, we can go ahead and change the name. If the people want retention of the name, then let it be. That would be a better opportunity. But there should be more consultation among the people and the stakeholders of the university. There should be more consultation. Okay, so but we have to tell our opinion. That's the reason why I was taking the stand of accepting the change of name, because when the question is being asked whether the name should be changed or not, we should be expressing our opinion also. Okay, after multi-stakeholder consultation, definitely if there is a need to change the name of the university, we should go ahead and change the name of the university. Should be our opinion. That would be better man. Okay. Now the next topic of discussion is shall we discuss this topic of poor performance of India in Olympics and how can Odisha contribute to the field of sports in India? This is one question which is quite possible. So the first one is what? Why did India perform so poorly in Olympics? First answer this question, then later we will pick up the question of how can Odisha contribute to the sporting field of India. Please feel free to speak. See, if someone wants to, in fact, turn on their video chat also, it's fine. Because it would be better for you to look at yourself and speak. Okay, so if you want to turn on the video, it is absolutely up to you. So my video will get sidelined and your video will be highlighted. If not for today, in the next session also, you can be prepared and try to speak with video on, sir. Then it would be better for you. It is mere a suggestion. It's not a compulsion. It's a suggestion. If you want to implement it, please go ahead from the next session. Okay. Now, why was such a poor performance? Why did India perform so poorly in Olympics? So people are saying that we performed for the first time in our history, our ranking in Olympics is worse than Pakistan. So,
sir, yes, there is infrastructure problem is there in India, and India lacks basic facility in many sports. And another thing is, sir, our country always prioritize business-oriented sports, where more popular sports get more facility and appreciation than other sports.
So infrastructure absence and business orientation in sports. Sonu, the second part of it that you're saying, so maybe you can rephrase it by saying that in India, only some blockbuster sports which get public support are getting better infrastructure. That way you can put it across, because earning money through sport is not wrong, sir. Okay, so having a business orientation towards sport is in fact beneficial for the sport. Okay, so but there is disproportionate priority to one sport. There is blockbuster sports को ज़्यादा priority है, बाकी sports को priority नहीं है. उसके बारे में हम लोग बात कर सकते हैं, लेकिन business should enter into sport. Then only there will be more excellence in sport. Okay, so yes. Anyone else?
Sir.
Sir, can I speak?
Yes, please go ahead.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes.
Hello.
Who wants to speak? I'm not understanding who is it.
Sir, this is me, Sanjay.
Okay, one by one. So I think I permitted too many people at the same time. So Dr. Gaurav, please go ahead and speak. I'll give a chance to everyone. Tanmay, I'll give you a chance.
Sir, apart from lack of infrastructure, I want to tell that there is a lack of societal attitude for sports. We have a saying that पढ़ोगे लिखोगे बड़े बनोगे नवाब खेलोगे कूदोगे hoge kharab. That's one of the reason that we focus more. People focus more on studies rather than to allow their children to play outside. And another one is that more focus on cricket than any other sports. And third is existing inequality. As we can see in the top means medalist and top countries in Olympic tally, we can see the most of the winners are from, for example, USA. We can see most of the winners are red Indians or Aborigines. They invest on their lower section more so that they can get opportunity and win medals. For us also, the most of the winners are from the tier 2, tier 3 cities, and they are from lower middle or lower strata of the society.
Yes.
But the existing inequality is one of the reasons also.
So Sanjay, I got your point. First one is fine. Infrastructure, attitude is the second problem that you are talking about, attitude towards sport. But the third point is what do you want to exactly say? That there should be equality in opportunities or
inequality in our society, like
inequality in society is leading to poor performance. That's what you were saying.
Yes.
Okay, okay,
Yes.
Sanjay, got your point. Now, Dr. Gaurav.
Yes, I am speaking, sir. Gaurav is speaking.
You are only speaking. Then I thought it
Sir,
is
may I
Sanjay.
speak, sir?
Okay. Yes, yes. I will give everyone an opportunity, one at a time. So please, whoever is not speaking, please mute your call. Sanjay, please speak. I'll give you a chance.
Yes, sir. So the primary cause of poor performance in the Olympics is lack of basic infrastructure in the sports, sir. So this is followed by the lack of sports culture, specifically the sports which are played in the Olympics podium, sir. Our sports culture is much different than that of the Olympics. That is those sports that are played in the Olympics that are much different from than of ours, sir. Again, sir, as you pointed out, there is a disproportionate priority to some sports like cricket. And sir, apart from this, we have seen a trend where the sports in which we used to win the medals, like wrestling, weightlifting of women, those things actually performed poor in this Olympics. So the Olympics podium, that is the new scheme that the Modi government, Honorable Modi, Prime Minister Modi has actually promoting, that has more orientation towards the newer sports. So we have to keep in mind that all those sports that we are performing good at, we should keep that level high. Along with that, we should focus on the diverse sports rather than only diversifying to multiple things. So I believe this is the reason why we perform poor in this set.
A good answer, Sanjay. Good answer. What you are saying is the sports which are present in Olympics, they are not in sync with the sporting culture of India. This is one reason. And maybe we have diversified our energies to increase the medal tally without focusing on our core strengths. That might be one reason for why our performance was a little poor. Good answer, Sanjay. Barsha.
Thank you.
Sir,
Mute your call. The people who are not speaking, please mute your call. Barsha, please speak.
yes, sir. Sir, I would like to put forward 3 reasons why India's performance was poor in Olympics. Firstly, it was
all golds.
firstly the
Yes.
So the first reason was the investment we are doing in the sports sector is not at par with the other countries. And so second reason is though we are investing nowadays, but it is largely like during the Olympics only. So we need to invest it since the grassroots level. And thirdly, sir, we need to send a wider pull to the Olympics. Like with 1.4 billion of people, we only sent 117% this time. So I think these are the reasons.
Okay, okay, Barsha. Kalpana.
Sir, one more point I want to add, sir.
Sanjay, I'll give you a chance. Just a minute. Kalpana.
Yes, sir.
Sir, the three challenges the sports face in India is like in India, a sports person get success only means get famous only after getting success, not during his struggle time. So there is government support in um, during his struggle time, sir. So there is lack of government support. And second is, sir, there is also nutritional deficiency like they have no proper diet. Indians have little nutritional deficiency also, sir. And third is, sir, in school days also it this more focus is on academics. Uh,
Okay. So good, Kalpana.
uh,
Sanjay, is it done, Kalpana?
But sir, India is on the positive side with respect to sports because sir, the climatic condition of India is like our geographical position is like that we can tolerate the extreme situations like heat and weather also heat and cold. So we are more suitable, sir. So government need to focus, give to support of government is needed.
Okay, okay, Kalpana, got your point. Sanjay, I'll give you a chance, but Tanmay,
Hello.
please speak. Tanmay?
Okay, sir. Hello.
Yes.
Sir, I will say that in India, sports as a career is not recognized. That it should be given priority in the school. So it should have a credit score. And second thing is, unlike countries like China and US, right from childhood, children are not being trained in a particular sport, or they are not exposed to different sports activity. So they are not able to find in which sports they are in a better position. So that has to be found right from the school days. This is being taken care in countries in the developed countries. And also there is the second point is that politicization of sports is there, sir.
Very good.
And we see the case of Wrestling Federation of India ex-president. So any political fraternity are coming into the chairmanship of such institute. Rather, we can rather there should be a selection criteria in which chairman should be selected.
Okay.
So this will be my point.
Okay, okay, Tanmay, you raised a very important point with respect to the politicization of sport. I'll come to that. Now, Manisha, please speak.
Sir.
Partha, I'll give you a chance. Manisha.
Sir, I want to say that the coaches are not available for training the people who are even interested in the sport. They are not able to find coaches that can train them on their strength. So they are not able to perform well in the field and win medals. Can I say that?
Okay, Manisha, got your point. Not absence of proper training is one problem. Okay, Manisha, you can mute your call. Yes, Partha.
I would like to give my that there are 2 to 3 factors which is leading to the poor performance. One is the change in idols. Like we are change in idols. Like we are like we should like we should respect more sports persons. We should have more sports training centers. And another is the reward system, sir. If one who is playing from a small age, he should be given rewards, not in like that reward should be included in his own curriculum, should benefit his career, sir. And our approach of education should be 50% sports and 50% education. If someone who is opting for sports, he must not be sidelined.
Yes, understood, Partha. What you're saying is the curriculum itself and the certification process of Indian universities itself need to change. There should be some reward for good performance in sports, and that should be added to your academic credentials. That is what he's saying. Good point. I'll come back to you. Sanjay, you wanted to say something.
Sir, I was talking about politicization of sports, but someone pointed out that.
Okay, now NS.
So the first issue is the talent identification issue. And the second would be the funding constraint. Like the USA and China, they got more private funds in their sports funding, but in India there is adequate attractive private sector funding. Majorly the government is funding the sports institution, and there is also absence of international standard sports coaching academies throughout India in all the states. These are based in some few states like Haryana, Punjab, or in Karnataka. It's not all over India. And the third thing would be the mismanagement of the athletes also. Like the Venus Fogart, she got disqualified due to the 100-gram issues. And there is gender disparities in sports. Like the gender disparity in education, the sports also face the same thing. Gender disparities in sports also, and we are also shortage of coaching proper talented coaching staff also.
Okay, NS got your point. So someone else wants to add here, or shall we go to a concluding remark for this issue? I think that.
Hello.
Yes, Karmi. I'll give you a chance. Young Monk, just a minute. Karmi, please speak.
Okay, thank you, sir. Sir, India's performance in recent Paris Olympics has not been up to the mark because there are so many athletes who have finished fourth. So it's an unfortunate thing. As rightly pointed out, that India lacks a sporting culture, and apart from that, it has a negative attitude towards sports. So India lacks a sporting. India's lackness to sporting culture is due to the attitude of parents towards sport, because they primarily focused upon studies. And one significant issue is spotting talent and nurturing them into world class athletes, because it has been a major issue. It is not like that India has a lack of talent, because we have seen over the years there are many talented athletes who are not nurtured into world class athletes due to sporting error. So, sir, India needs to focus upon nurturing, sporting and nurturing the talents. And apart from that, India lacks infrastructure which are world class, like high performance centers, injury rehabilitation center, and various coaching infrastructure. For that, our athletes have to go abroad and take coaching there. So India needs to focus upon those world class coaching center by transfer of technology from other countries, those who are performing well. And sir, you have mentioned that we also have to speak on Odisha's
I will
contribution.
ask that second question. We will handle it, Shiband and Karmi. So,
Yes.
Young Monk, you get a chance.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There, one point I would like to mention that there is lower participation of sports NGO in India. In other countries like US and other European country, there is participation of sports NGO. In our case, very less sport NGO are there, those who are working for sports. And one sociologist, Dr. Gurnam Singh, said these performing jobs like work, dance, sports, often associated with lower status in India. That's the issue. It's a societal issue. And even if you see in grassroots level, nowadays we are not acquainted with annual sports event. Most of universities are not regular with annual sports event. They're doing away with it. They're now only promoting some educational thing. They're moving away from sports activities. So if we'll see state-wise, Haryana is doing very well in Olympic. Odisha is doing very well in promoting sports, and Tamil Nadu is promoting chess. Only 3 to 4 states are there, those who are focusing on sports. So other state can take a motivation from these 3 states and support some other sports. That's the all these 3 points I want to
Okay,
mention.
Young Monk, good enough. So finally, to conclude the discussion, what we can say is there are some
Sir,
broad issues. Are Sonu, you want to say
sir,
something?
one point I will tell.
Please, quick.
Sir, nepotism is always is there in grassroots level where nepo kids always get chances in age like 12, 16. Always nepo kids get chance instead of genuine aspirant.
Okay, okay, fine. But my suggestion would be this nepotism as a idea. We can just put it across as politicization of sport. Okay, but if you directly use the word nepotism, maybe it will have some kind of negative impact, because most of the people who are sitting in the board themselves are from the background of IAS. Maybe they might have supported their children also some places. So that's the reason why it would be better for us to not use the word nepotism. Rather than that, we can in fact put across the points in a very simplistic manner, sir. One is attitudinal, second is infrastructural, and the third is politicization of sport. These are the three important dimensions based on the discussion that we had so long. So we can put these three things as the main issues. And when it comes to attitudinal problem, so people have pointed out about sporting culture in India absence. Then there is no support to sporting infrastructure, sporting or sportsmen in India. Indian society looks at sports as a very low level, associates sports with very low social status. That is one thing that we can say. Infrastructure may private sector participation, absence of private sector participation is one thing. Whenever a country's economy grows, automatically it's a tally in Olympics should improve, sir. It has been the case world over. Whichever country's economy improves, their tally in Olympics should improve. But in Indian case, even though we are the world's 5th largest economy today, our medal tally is very poor. Okay, that needs to be corrected by participation of the private sector and NGOs. That is the second dimension that we can talk about. And third is with respect to politicization, particularly in sporting bodies. Okay, that we can point out. Then apart from sporting bodies, the second important thing is with respect to even the allocation of funds to states is also something which is a problematic thing. So in fact, I'll just give you one example. Whether you want to use it in interview or not is up to you. But you might be knowing about the Khelo India program, right? Under the Khelo India program, I'll just tell you one statistic. Okay, nearly 450 crores of Khelo India fund was dedicated to Gujarat, was given to Gujarat, but Gujarat contributed only 2 athletes to Olympics. Whereas, if you look at the contribution that has been given to Haryana, it is less than 100 crore, and they have contributed 21% to the Olympic contingent, and 30% of medals they came from Haryana. Okay, it's not about just politicization of the sporting bodies, but allocation of funds to different states is also something which is a very sensitive subject matter. But whether you want to say it in the same light or do you want to rephrase it is up to you, but you can say it, sir. There is one important point. Okay, now moving to the next question, that would be the last question. How can Odisha contribute to sports in India? What unique things that Odisha can add to the sporting performance of India?
May I speak?
Yes, Karmi.
Sir, in Odisha hold a prominent position in sporting culture, promoting sporting culture in India. In recent years, Odisha has organized various national games in its capital region. Apart from that, sir, Odisha is sponsoring our international hockey team. So in future, Odisha hold a prominent position in sporting world, because there are many sports like hockey, rugby, and athletics are being promoted by Odisha government genuinely. So, sir, Odisha also has a lot more talents from it tribal districts like Sundargarh, which has uh, contributed to our international hockey significantly because various players like Dilip Tirki, Prabodh Tirki, Ignesh Tirki are there. And Odisha are boosting up its sporting infrastructure. Like it has its own international hockey stadium. Apart from that, a recently built high performance badminton center is there. And Odisha is spending a lot on sports. So in Odisha has a bright future ahead in sports, I think.
Okay, Karmi. Okay. So in terms of spending, in terms of support, there is progress, and particularly the tribal belts of Odisha also can contribute a lot many athletes to the Indian contingent, is what you are saying. Good, Karmi. Anyone else wants to speak on this issue? Anyone else wants to speak? I'm surprised. No one else wants to speak.
Hello.
Yes.
Recently, Odisha government proposed a sports valley in Bhubaneswar, outskirts of Bhubaneswar, and it is also getting equal weightage if we are going to showing interest hosting Olympic 2036. So Odisha can be a flag bearer of that. Even we have coastal land, we have long coastal belt. So sports like surfing, any water sport activities can be promoted in Odisha.
Okay.
Sir, Odisha
Fine.
has 22.85% of the tribal population, and most of them are very able persons in terms of sportive activities. So we can definitely bring that into consideration while promoting sports. Again,
So,
sir, Odisha government has been sponsoring hockey, and also the established athletes like Neeraj Chopra was also sponsored by Odisha government only. However, now the focus should shift from sponsoring the established players to cultivating the newer players into the market.
very good, Sanjay.
Thank you.
So, yes, someone else.
Sir, we can make awareness in village level and tribal belt of Odisha to bring more child into mainstream sports.
Good. So more awareness should be there. Early identification is what you are talking about. Early identification and awareness promotion, particularly in the tribal belts. Okay. Okay. So then, anyone else wants to speak? Anyone from anthropology optional that can give any unique additional point with respect to this particular question?
Hello.
Tanmay, please speak.
Sir, I want to add one point that many people have mentioned that we should focus more in the tribal belts. So there is a sports in Olympic that is the climbing, sir. So it is like bouldering, speed, lead, and we know that tribal people reside in the forest areas in the mountainous regions. So we can use that skill to bring them into the court, sir. But the government can use them, or the government can train them and make
Rock
aware
climbing.
of the sports. Rock
Yes.
climbing, bouldering, speed, lead,
Yes.
all this.
Yes. Good, Tanmay. So you are being specific with respect to which kind of sports the tribals can be
Yes,
better
sir.
suited to.
We can utilize their skills, sir, because they are more into climbing mountains, rocks, and all.
Yes, Tanmay. Okay, anyone else wants to speak on this particular issue? Anyone else wants to put across their opinion? So I think we can, okay, so talk about the tribal population, the government's interest in promoting the sport, then at the same time, investments in infrastructure development. All of these things can, in fact, in the long run, help Odisha to improve its contribution to the Olympic contingent. Then apart from that, if we provide the right kind of services, right kind of support to the tribal population, they can also add substantially to the sporting culture in India, is something that you are trying to say. I think these points are good enough, sir. These points are good enough. So we can put across these points. So on this note, we'll call it ready, sir, because I don't want to take too much of your time. So, but whatever discussion we are doing, I can sense that it would be of good value for you people, because when you speak, then only what happens is the things which you think you can deliver, are you being able to translate it into the communication, is something which you can experiment through these kind of discussions. So I'll try to be as regular as possible to the discussions. So I'll notify about the next session. Most probably will not be able to conduct the session tomorrow, but day after or on Sunday we will conduct one session, sir, because I have a flight in the evening hours tomorrow. So because of which reason tomorrow there will not be any session, but day after or Sunday we will conduct a session. I'll notify about it. I have got some good suggestions with respect to the topics. Today we were able to discuss 4 topics in total, 5 topics in total, in fact. So 5 topics we have discussed, and more topics. We'll try to increase the number of topics too. Try to be crisp in your communication. Always try to classify your points. Just give the impression that whatever you are speaking is well thought out. And you can do that by using some simple communication techniques, sir. Okay, rather than having a haphazard approach to the answer. You might have very brilliant points, but if the approach is haphazard, the interviewer will never be able to appreciate your answer. So what you need to do is always focus on organization. As organized as possible, if you speak, that is a very good administrator quality. So that administrator quality you need to display by speaking very organized way and using less number of words, using more keywords, and hitting the point on its head are some qualities which would be appreciated much in the interview, sir. So please try to think in these lines, try to work on those areas, and keep speaking. If not just for the discussion, but among yourselves also, you try to speak as much as possible, try to put across your opinions. That would be helpful for you. Okay. So on this note, we will call
Thank you,
it.
sir.
Yes. Yes, Karmi.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so
Thank you, sir.
okay, Monk. Good night. Yes.